Hello everyone, Namaste. I introduce myself as Megha Nayak, working for the project management unit of the Coding and Robotics Education in School scheme. So today we are coming up and we are happy to introduce our national level Blender Boot Camp, which is going to be a fun loaded camp of 3 days. So here we are focusing on Blender based creative design thinking competition, and we call it Blender Nation Thon, which is a national level competition. In this boot camp, we focus on a tool called as Blender. Blender is a free and open source 3D computer graphics software tool. This tool helps you create animated films, visual effects, art and virtual reality, interactive 3D applications, and motion graphics, and many such fun created animated stuff. So, what are you guys waiting for? Why are we focusing on this tool, Blender? The usage of Blender has become an extremely beneficial skill to have in the 21st century to become future ready. Now, our competition, which is going to be the national level competition, strives to provide an opportunity to use all these geometric shapes and several other blocks to creatively depict solutions and create animations. So, the objective of this competition here is to instill the sense of creativity of animation, film, video making at middle school level, hence paving the path into 3D design, modeling, and animation. It also aspires to give a voice to the several content creators we have spread across the length and breadth of the globe. Content creators which is there hidden in students, and discover the knack at creating animations, movies, models using this open source tool, Blender. We also intend to catapult the creativity of the students from different sections of society to display their creativity, craft in a professional way. So, why Blender and where all Blender is used? So, if this is a movie, a video which we have pulled up from YouTube, yeah. So, if you refer to this video, okay, it's there as the present official. Over here, Blender is made use of. Okay, you can play this later. You can check this up. It's there on YouTube. Blender is made use over here. All these characters that you can see is designed in Blender. There is one more here. If you Google up the Spring Open Blender movie. Okay, so here it is. I won't go into the details. Alright. So now over here Blender is used. Okay, so I'll just stop this. Yeah, so over here Blender is used. So you can design such kind of creative stuff, animated stuff using Blender. So here today in this boot camp, we will be learning in the day 1, introduction to shapes, rotation, translation, scaling. So these are all the movement actions that you will be learning. And on day 2, you're going to be learning the basic animation. You're going to be learning how to roll cubes, how to see them slide, how to see snow falling, how you see a car moving. You could try your hand at such things. On day 3, you're going to check out how you're going to be seeing the camera having the focus, you will be seeing the light, and you will be seeing the rendering. So you're going to have a fun, exciting packed 3 days, day 1, day 2 and day 3, wherein you will be introduced to the basic concepts of Blender. We will also be taking your queries and making a list of all the frequently asked questions, and we will be answering your queries in the bootcamp, or we will be posting it on our website. So I have my colleague explain to you later about, or in the later part of the session, about the competition that we are going to be having and where you're going to be finding this Blender and which link you have to click on to download Blender. So that's it from my end. Thank you.
Hey there, students. My name is Sean Kenneth Fernandez.
Hello everyone, I'm the ICT teacher of Don Bosco High School, Panjim, and my name is teacher Raivita Mathus. Today I'll be talking about Blender, how to create the basic shapes in Blender, and also to apply the different effects, that is scaling, rotation, and moving the object from in different axes. Here we can see the Blender screen is divided into 3 panes. We have the viewport pane here, the outline pane, and the property pane. And the cube is at the center here. I want to move the cube in the x-axis. So I click on this object properties and then I click on to this location. Now for example, if I want to move it on the x-axis, I type 2 and press enter. As we see, the cube is placed in the center here. We will try to move the cube in the x-axis. Here the cube is selected and I type here 2 and press enter. It's moved here 2. All right. And what is this 2 unit? As we can see here, if I zoom in, there are 2 boxes here. So each box denotes 1 unit. If I want to move it on the y-axis, I type 2 and press enter, and so also Z2 and enter. So I've moved my cube onto X, Y, and Z axis. Now I will get it back to 0, that is the normal where it was placed earlier. So here we have the X, Y, and Z axis 0, and again the cube is at the center. Now let's talk about the rotation. If I want to rotate the cube, I need to give the degree here. Let's take, for example, 45 on y-axis, press enter. We have seen here it has rotated 45 on the x-axis. So also we will try to locate 45 degree on the y-axis and z-axis also 45. Here we have the rotated cube on all the 3 axes, that is x, y, and z. Then we come to scaling. At default, we have 1 each for x, y, and z here. If I want to change it to some other value, let's try putting 2 on the x-axis, press enter. 2 on the x-axis. Here we can see that it has scaled to 2 on the x-axis. So also 2 on the y-axis. And z-axis also, let's keep it 2. Let's talk about the scaling. Here I will try to keep it 2. Let's talk about the scaling. The default is 1. I have changed all 3 to 2 here, and I've seen here scaling, it has increased the size of the cube here. Let's keep it back to normal as it was 1. Let's keep it back to 1. X-axis 1, y-axis 1, and z-axis 1. So we have the cube here in the center, the rotated cube. How about moving it with the shortcut key? G, if I press, I can move it. Select the cube first, press the G on the keyboard, and I can move the cube here. You can see here at the location over here, this X, Y, and Z axis location also change as I move the cube all around. If I want to specifically move the cube on the X axis, I got to press G and X and move it on the Y X axis here. If I want to move it on the y-axis, I press the G and the Y and I move it onto the y-axis. So also on the z-axis, G and Z, and I can move it specifically onto the z-axis here. So also when it comes to rotation, let us keep it back to 0. X is 0, Y is 0, and Z is 0. If I want to move or rotate it on the x-axis, I will say R and X. Select the cube R and X, it is rotating onto the x-axis. If I want to rotate it onto the y-axis, I will say I and Y, and here it is rotating the cube onto the y-axis. If I want to rotate it onto the z-axis, so it's R and Z again, so it's rotating the cube onto the z-axis here. Well, the same applies for the scaling. The shortcut key which we use for scaling is S and X for the x-axis scaling, S and Y for scaling on the y-axis here, and S and Z for scaling onto the z-axis. Let's keep it back to 1 here, the default. Besides this, we can also keep the mouse on the location of x-axis and move it on left-right direction. So here you can see the cube is moving on to the x-axis. If I keep my cursor here, click, the cursor changes to the double-headed arrow and just try to move it. It's moving on to the y direction, and here it is moving on to the z direction here. So also for the rotation, I can rotate it onto the x direction here with the double-headed arrow. So also on the y direction and also onto the z direction. Same applies for scaling. I can scale it on the x-axis, y-axis, and also onto the z-axis. Let's get it back to normal. That's 1. One again, and 1. So this was with the cube. How about inserting another object into the 3D viewport pane? So I click on Shift and A, click on Mesh, and then I have the cylinder. As you see, the cylinder is also located at the center of the axis here because my cursor was in the center. Let's try to move it onto the x-axis. So G and X, I move it onto the x-axis. If I want to move it onto the y-axis, I will say G and Y, and it's moving onto the y-axis here. If I want to rotate the cylinder, I can just rotate it here with the double-headed arrow here on x-axis, here onto the y-axis, and here onto the z-axis here. Let's try to keep it straight. G, and I move it here. Okay. I will try to scale my cylinder. It is 1. Let's change it to 0.5 on the x-axis. So also 0.5 on the y-axis, and say 1.5 onto the z-axis. So I can have a cylinder scaled here on different axes, that is x, y, and z axis. The scroll wheel is also used to zoom in and out of the screen, viewport screen. And if I want to see it in all the angles, I can click on this. So also the wheel of the mouse, and I can move it. Here I have two objects on the screen, that is the cube and the cylinder. Now we will try to get another object in the screen. For that, I will have to click on Shift and A, click on Mesh, and then I have the cone here. Again, the cone is at the center. So I will delete this cone, press the delete button on the keyboard, and this time I want to have it in a different location. So I will click on the toolbar, the cursor, and click it here as to wherever I want the cone to appear. Again clicked on Shift A, Mesh, and I click on to cone. So I have my cone here. Let's try to rotate the cone. Here. Okay. I will move it to another location, G, and I moved it here down. I want to scale it. So I will just scale it on the Z axis, 1.5, enter, it has scaled. So I can see here the size of the cone has increased here. So altogether I have 3 objects on the screen, that is the cube, rotated cube, then I have the cylinder and the cone. Over here I need to get the sphere, so with the cursor I click here because I want the sphere here and I want a new object, so I click on Shift and A, I go to Mesh and I have the Shift A, Mesh, and I have the UV sphere. Exactly over here because the cursor was placed over here. Now if I want to move it slightly up, I will click on G and I will move it here. Try to see it in different angles here. So you can see here the sphere is not placed inside the cone. So what I need to do is G and I will try to adjust it. How will I see it in the different views? Just press the wheel of the mouse and then try to move it. Here I can see the sphere is not placed properly. So G and I will place it over here. Okay. How about scaling the sphere? I want the perfect round sphere. So let us say 0.5 on x-axis and I will scale it to 0.5 on the y-axis also and 0.5 on the z-axis. Let's increase it a bit, 1.5 on the x-axis, 1.5 on the y-axis and 1.5 on the z-axis. It's become too big, right? So we shall scale it again. Let's keep it 1 itself. Yeah. How to place it exactly in the cone? Just keep it here, view it in different angles here. You can see it is not placed properly. G again, and you try to place it in here. See it in different angles. Here, I have a cone and the sphere. Does this look like an ice cream? Yes. How about putting just a piece of cherry on the top of the ice cream? So again, we will need to get another object. We can get a cube or a sphere. Let's try to get a cube here. Clicked on Shift A again. Now where do I want my cube to come? Click on the cursor in the tool box here. Click on wherever you want in the viewport pane, the object to appear. Clicked on Shift A, Mesh, and I have this cube here. It's too big, right? The cube is already placed on the screen, but this appears to be a very big cube. How will I scale it? At a default, it is 1, so I will reduce it to 0.5 here on x-axis, again 0.5 on y-axis, and 0.5 on the z-axis. Still, I need to make the size small, so I'll reduce it more. I will say 0.3. Here also 0.3. And here on the z-axis also 0.3. If I still feel that this is big, I can reduce it here. Here with the arrows. This looks to be perfect here. Okay. Let's work on our cube here. So I need to select the cube. If I need to work on the cube, I need to select the cube here. And here I will keep the rotation as 0 on x-axis. So also on y-axis, let's keep it 0. And the z-axis also, let's keep it 0. So this is my cube. I have a cylinder here, the cube, the cone, the sphere, and again the cube here. And all these are also displayed in the outline pane. Now, if I want to work on any of this object placed in the viewport pane, I need to click on them, or from here I can click on these one and I can work on it. So we reduce the size here. As we have all the shapes here in the viewport pane, we will try to get them together. I need to move the cylinder, so I select the cylinder and with the G, I move it this side. How about inserting another shape somewhere over here? So I select the cursor from the toolbox and I click to as to where I want it to appear. Shift A, mash, and then I go to plane. I have this plane. Now I want to scale it, that is increase the size of this plane on the x-axis. So with the double-headed arrow, I just move it to the right hand side, and so also on the y-axis. So I have this plane here and I want to put it under the shapes here. So for that, I need to move it. So click on to the G key on the keyboard and try to move it. Now try to see it in a different angle here. So you can see here the shapes are not together. So G, and I try to put it in here. And let's try to move the cylinder on this plane. So I select the cylinder here in the outline pane and it is selected. And I move it with the G shortcut key onto the plane here. Now you can see here it is not standing straight. So how will I make it stand straight? I need to rotate it here. And here still it is not touching the plane. So with the G, I need to move it down here. Yeah. Still it is not straight. Let's try to get it straight by rotating it a little on the x-axis, onto the y-axis. Done. How about the cone? The cone also it's not straight, right? So we will also try to get it straight. Select the cone. Select the cone is selected, and we'll try to make it straight. Okay. So also we need to work on our sphere. So I select the sphere here and with the G, I try to move it. Now you can see here it's not inside the cone. So with the G, I try to place it exactly here. Okay. And then we have the cherry here. G. Perfect. Then I need to move the cube here. So I click on this cube, G, and I move it here. See, it's just on the top. I need to touch it down to the plane. So G, and I moved it down. So have the cube here. Let's rotate the cube a little. Move it on the top. Scale it little. So you can see here underneath, I need to get it little on the top here. Plane, we will try to move it here. See? Try to place it just under the objects here. Sit on all the angles here. Zoom in and zoom out. Today we have learned how to create the basic shapes in Blender, and so also to rotate, scale and move it, translate it on x-axis, y-axis and the z-axis. Do create the different shapes in Blender and get yourself ready for the upcoming competition Blender Nation-thon organized by the PMU. To learn more about Blender, stay tuned to the next session of Blender. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Vishakha Naik Desai from Project Management Unit under the Coding and Robotics Scheme in Goa. With boundless excitement, I hereby present to you a golden opportunity to spark your imagination and showcase your brilliance, the Blender Nation-thon, a national-wide competition brought to you by Project Management Unit under the Coding and Robotics Scheme. This is just not a competition, it's a celebration of innovation, a canvas for your imagination, and a showcase of what young minds can do. We are incredibly excited to bring the platform to all the talented young individuals across India. The spotlight is on the middle school students of class 6 to 8 as they dive into the world of Blender software to bring their visions into reality. It isn't just about coding and robotics, it's about expressing your creativity through technology. Brace yourself for an extraordinary journey that spreads across three thrilling levels: the taluka level, the state level, and the national level. At the taluka level, the themes are cartoon animation and wildlife awareness. As the stage widens at the state level, the themes also get more challenging. The participants will harness their skills to address critical issues like deforestation and global warming. At the national level, the themes reflect the pulse of a society: traffic awareness, women and child safety, and My Dream Pathshala. From these grand entries, only the most outstanding creations will emerge victorious. The three national level champions will not only win exciting prizes but also earn the honor of representing their school, their state, and their imagination on a national stage. They will also stand a chance to visit the Education Expo. The Blender Nation-thon is about nurturing a generation that thinks, creates, and impacts. And it's about realizing that every small idea can shape a better future. So, this time you have to let your ideas flow, to blend your tech skills with artistic flair, and to unveil the masterpiece to the world. Don't miss a chance to redefine possibilities and paint the canvas of your dreams. So, what's next? Head on to our official website cares.goa.gov.in for more details on this national level event. Bye bye.